Hey everyone, Joe here. Welcome to a new series I am called Top 15 Songs Glee Should Have Done, where every Tuesday I reveal to you a new list of 15 songs that Glee should have done. So, let's get started. Alright, so number 15 for this week goes to I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Oh my gosh, this is such a great song. With all the dating in the first 4 seasons, this would have been so good for them to cover. As you saw, I would have had it, I imagine it would have been sung by Sam, Artie, Joe, not yours truly. I'm referring to Joe Hart, the character, and also Becky Jackson. Oh my gosh. She should have had some songs in the show for like all abilities. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, this is such a good song. Number 14 for this week goes to I Will Remember You by Sarah McLachlan. Oh man, this song would have been perfect for the second graduation episode where Becky graduated, because she should have had, like I said, for I'm Not in Love, she should have had some songs throughout the series, let alone a solo. And personally, I feel like this song would have been perfect as a send-off. Especially, I could have seen her dedicating this song to Sue. Number 13 this week goes to Longer by Dan Fogelberg. Oh man, this is such a great song. And, oh man, R.I.P. Dan Fogelberg and Corey Monteith. But yeah, I could have seen Finn dedicating this to Rachel, but alright, rest in peace, Dan Fogelberg and Corey Monteith. Number 12 this week goes to Sorry by Buckcherry. Oh my gosh, this is probably one of my favorite songs from the late 2000s. And my gosh, it would have been a perfect duet for Finn and Puck. My gosh. And especially in season 1, where Quinn got pregnant and when Finn went ballistic when he found out that Puck was the father. My gosh. Man, I feel like that would have been a great duet for them. Like Corey Monteith, rest in peace, Mark Salling. Number 11 this week goes to Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite country songs of the 80s, and it would have been so fitting for one of their Valentine's Day episodes. Number 10 this week goes to I Try by Macy Gray. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite one-hit wonders of the 2000s, and oh my gosh, Mercedes would have nailed that key change. And I'll keep my cool, but I'm fainting. Yeah, Mercedes, I would have nailed that in one take, I imagine, in the studio. Number 9 this week goes to My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion from Titanic. Oh my gosh, now this song would have been perfect for Rachel to do in Cory Monteith's tribute episode. And in case you're wondering why this song's at number 9 this week, it's because the history of that ocean liner that sank to the bottom of the Atlantic has left me fascinated since I was 9. But yeah, it's such a good song, and I love the movie so far. So yeah. Number 8 this week goes to Whoever's in New England by Reba McEntire. This is another one of my favorite songs, country songs from the 80s. And personally, I feel like Marley's voice would have suited, I feel like Reba's 80s voice would have suited Marley well for this song. And I also have family up in New England, Connecticut specifically. Number 7 this week goes to The Reason by Hoobastank. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite songs from the 2000s. And personally, I feel like I could have seen this being a small group number between Blaine, Artie, Sam, Puck, Finn, and Joe Hart. But yeah, it's a really good song, and my dad and I love listening to it all the time. Number 6 this week goes to Why I Love You So Much by Monica. This is one of my personal favorite songs off of Monica's album, Miss Thang. And it's a really powerful song. And the fact that she was 12, 13, and 14 when she recorded and released Miss Thang, and had with the fact that every single from the album cracked the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 is just very impressive. And personally, I feel like Monica was cheated out of a Grammy for that album. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs from that album, and it's so powerful. And I feel like it would have suited Santana's voice pretty well, so rest in peace, Naya Rivera. Number 5 this week goes to My Happy Ending by Avril Lavigne. This is one of my favorite songs from Avril Lavigne, and would have been perfect for Lauren Zizes to do, and I feel like she should have gotten more solos, to be honest. Number 4 this week goes to The Warrior by Scandal. Oh my gosh. Sue's vocal range would have been perfect for this song. And it's another one of my favorites from the 80s, and it's just really good, and it's a pretty good song. Number 3 this week goes to Here With Me by Dido. Oh my gosh, this is another great slow song, and I feel like it would have suited Kurt's vocals perfectly. Number 2 this week goes to Sugar Sugar by the Archies. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite songs from the 60s, and I feel like it would have suited Artie's vocals perfectly, and it's one of my favorite songs from the 60s, and it's so good from an animated band, and that hit the top of the Billboard Hot 100, and it's really good, and it would have fit perfectly for one of their Valentine's Day episodes. Last but not least, number 1 this week goes to Manic Monday by the Bangles. Oh my gosh. This has been one of my favorite songs since I was 7, and it's so good. And with Glee being set in a high school for the first 4 seasons, it would have been a perfect song for them to do. With because let me tell you, first period at my high school started at 7:20 a.m. Literally. I was always out of my house no later than 6:35 a.m. Monday through Friday for 4 years. And let me tell you, I always had a cup of coffee on my desk in first period. And nevertheless, for this song, I feel like Sugar would have suited Susanna Hoff's vocals perfectly. Nevertheless, that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week for more top 15 songs that Glee should have done.